Well, hello and welcome everybody. Randy Replay back at it again. Minnesota suffers their closest loss of the season last week against Bears. To the tune of 6 points. It looked good coming down the stretch. Middle of the third quarter, we had some struggles from Kirk Cousins. He was pulled for Trey Lance, and he threw 2 picks coming down the stretch of the fourth quarter. A couple fumbles in there as well, and the defense allowing that team to score points and win the game. So if any of you keep up with Randy Replay's podcast, Randy's Replay, find it anywhere you get your podcast, you will hear that Kevin O'Connell kind of alluded to a change at quarterback. We just took it as that. He says every week we look at every position and we look at what we can do to make this team better as a whole to get a first win on the season. And when asked about the quarterback position, he says we bring everybody into a room and we talk to them and see what we can do to get them steered in the right direction, or look at other options at each position. So the quarterback, the biggest struggle position here besides defensive back. So Kirk Cousins, while not saying it directly, he is, in Randy's eyes, on the hot seat here. Coming up to the trade deadline is week 7 in the NFL. We have the visiting San Francisco 49ers is sitting at 3-3. Before we get you out to kickoff, we do have a couple of things to go over. We do have a weekly award to give out. That is Justin Jefferson, the first Viking to show up on NFC Offensive or Defensive Player of the Week. His 14 reception, 387 performance with 6 gritties against those Bears from the Windy City. Still lost the game, but is good enough to get him NFC Offensive Player of the Week. And then, of course, the other member of the Gritty Gang, Jamar Chase, with 22 catches, 579, 7 touchdowns. He is quite possibly getting fed like a steak dinner challenge. But either way, that is neither here or there. Good games from the Gritty Gang this week, rather. And we take a look at the injury report like we do before every week, and this defense finally gets some help next week against the Packers. We get some Harrison Phillips back. We get some Juwan Williams back. Both those guys suffering fractured bones. And then Patrick Jones will be back in 2 weeks after his torn labrum injury. And for the 49ers, hashtag must be nice. No injuries to speak of. Well, Monday Night Football, Week 7 NFL. You get Packers next week at the trade deadline. There's the biggest question of all at quarterback. What's going to happen? Who's going to start? Who is going to be your starter? And is either of them looking at Week 8 and shaking in their little cleats as the trade deadline looms? Minnesota, your last opportunity to maybe offload some dead weight here, cap space, whatever you want to call it. Monday Night Football. 49ers defense with Nick Bosa, one of the most prolific pass rushers in recent memory, against your Minnesota Vikings and the struggling defense and quarterback. Kickoff is next. Oh, man. I'll keep that in the video. What a season for JJ. Where you see Brock Purdy coming in, Mr. Irrelevant. You got Christian McCaffrey and the rest of these intense San Francisco 49ers. This team looking to go to 4-3 and have a winning record. Minnesota just looking for their first win of the season. And they will be wearing their all-purple pants led out by Kirk Cousins and all the starting members of this struggling team. 0-6 was not the start that anybody had on their Minnesota Vikings 2023-2024 bingo card, but it's where we're at right now. That man is looking at each position in the roster, and he's going to be determining what happens prior to trade deadline. You still got one more game against the Packers, but you got to take it a game at a time, and this Monday night primetime matchup is a big one for these guys to show what they have. Minnesota won the toss, has elected to defer. Greg Joseph left arm to the sky. looking to kick us off here, and kablamo! We are underway. Monday Night Football under the half plexiglass dome of US Bank Stadium. Brock Purdy having a pretty good season. Rather. He is 1,098 yards passing, 11 touchdowns, 3 picks on the season. And oh boy, we'll see what Minnesota can do. We are the Vikings, and we are playing the 49ers. Oh snap. Oh snap. Here we go. So we'll see what Brock Purdy wants to do as we take a look at the rest of the San Francisco 49ers starters. Rest of the games in the NFL are played. Just this one remains. Christian McCaffrey up the middle. No gainer. And Minnesota will keep McCaffrey behind the line of scrimmage. Brock Purdy from the gun. He'll get the snap. Looks to throw. He throws left. Wide open. I do believe that's Brandon Ayuk. Ayuk is on fire. A 16-yard gain for number 11, and Brock Purdy has his first down of the young Monday night matchup. Oh boy. So Purdy will stand in the shotgun. McCaffrey to his right this time. He'll get the snap. He'll look to throw. He'll throw left. Not blocked, but dropped. And Marcus Davenport will go down on the play. So, oh boy. Now you got a big 2nd and 10 for the Vikings. Brock Purdy in the gun. Marcus Davenport goes down again. You hate to see a big throw. Christian McCaffrey left side, the wheel route. And big hit by Lewis Seen. Mekhi Blackman was there as well. It's a bruised shoulder. Should return soon. So we'll get him back on the field at least. He's out there now. Brock Purdy. Minnesota showing blitz. He'll tap his... Oh boy. Left hip. Oh no. Christian McCaffrey juking out defenders on his way to 6. Lewis Seen and Harrison Smith led the team in tackles. Now getting into a little match of shouting, it looks like. But oh boy. I mean, you got to make this tackle. Oh my heavens. Christian McCaffrey in for 6. And the Niners will score first in this one. Kick to make it 7-0 is away, and it's good. Bang, bang, Niner gain. Kirk Cousins. What have you got? Hopefully we see flashes of good from Cousins here. Kenny Nwangwu with 1 kick return this touchdown, or this season for a touchdown. He will get up to near the 20, and out comes the struggling Kirk Cousins. Having the worst year in purple. 2,169 yards, 12 touchdowns, 29 interceptions. Oh boy. Backs and receivers and tight ends. Josh Oliver, 2 tight ends set. He'll move, making this the far formation. Cousins under center. It's a play action. And Cousins nowhere to go. He'll go down. Donna mocks the Skull chant as Cousins will pick up his first sack. Josh Oliver's getting a mouthful from Kirk. And you got to wonder how much of this is this offensive line and how much is it the decision-making of Kirk Cousins? What do you put it on? Well, as TJ Hawkinson will be waved out. Slot right. Cousins from the gun. Gets the snap. Running out of room. He gets a throw off. Incomplete, intended for JJ across the middle. And JJ throws his hands back towards Cousins. We got a big 3rd down coming. The 49ers rushing, early rushing often. Cousins from the gun. Gets the snap. Looks and throws. Incomplete. Knockdown. No flags. Pass intended for KJ Osborne. Ufanga on the coverage. No flags. And Minnesota will punt. So they will lose 12, not be able to gain a single yard off 2 Kirk Cousins incompletions. Ryan Wright to punt from his own end zone. Oh my heavens. Here's the return man, Christian McCaffrey. Bring it up to plus territory at the 46, and that is where this red-hot Niners offense will come back out and operate from for the first down. Purdy from the gun. Another give McCaffrey. It is Asamoah and Simpson. And Christian McCaffrey, very slow to get up. He's going to be brought back to the locker room, so we'll give him some claps. That is a big loss for this Niners offense. Christian McCaffrey will be brought back. Favorite color? Oh, snap. Yeah, we're going to get the win. We will. So Elijah Mitchell will come in for the injured McCaffrey. Minnesota sending pressure. Big throw. Brock Purdy caught. Deebo Samuel on Andrew Booth Jr. Oh. Ooh, throwing punches now is Deebo. Big throw, Brock Purdy. Andrew Booth, you got to play that underneath. That is Minnesota's biggest gripe in the defensive backfield, is you don't play these guys underneath. So here we go. No flag for the hands being thrown. Lewis Cine comes down. Minnesota shows blitz. It's Elijah Mitchell down to the 2. Vikings fan line wants a flag for the hands being thrown. No such luck. Oh my heavens. Looked like he hit him right in the face. Purdy from the double split back shotgun. Waiting the snap. It'll be a give. And Marcus Davenport will bring down Mason behind the line, loss of 3. And Minnesota has forced a 3rd and goal. And so a big 3rd down here for Minnesota's defense. Can we get these guys off the field? Ivan Pace Jr. drops back in coverage. Purdy from the gun. Gets the snap. He's looking to throw. Brock Purdy chase. Has to throw it away. Incomplete. Oh my heavens. So we force a field goal. Let's make it 10-0. Minimize the damage. Yes, Brock Purdy. Not able to get it into the end zone, but they will score a field goal. 10-0. Niners. Fan line wants a Hail Mary. Cousins from the gun gets the snap. Quick throw. It's not a Hail Mary, but it is a first down. JJ left side. His first catch of the game on Oliver. Good pocket for Cousins. Great throw. Great catch. Great abs. You hate to see it. Cousins under center. It's the snap. Quick throw. Caught. TJ Hawkinson right side down near the 15. Goes out. Oh, near the 20 rather. From the 23. And Cousins putting together a drive here. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. Inching down the field. Cousins licks his fingertips, awaiting the snap from the gun. He will wave TJ Hawkinson left for this formation, and the run will go to the left. Alexander Madison looking to gain the edge. Oh, he'll only get about 3 yards. Kind of stumbled there. So after the, I don't know what you would call that. It's not a mistake, just a little stumble by Madison. Cousins in the empty set. Tries to get him to jump. That never works. Gets the snap. It's a throw middle. Wide open. TJ Hawkinson first down. Now you saw Cousins look left towards JJ in the single coverage. You can't ignore that, but he'll take TJ Hawkinson across the middle every single time. Cousins from the empty set looking to throw. Gets the snap. Throws it up for JJ. Wide open. Touchdown, Minnesota. So after the offsides, the delay of game rather, Minnesota will hit Justin Jefferson. Doesn't do a gritty. He'll just flex. But my goodness, what a ball by Cousins. In stride, Justin Jefferson's 7th touchdown in 2 games. And Kirk Cousins, obviously on the hot seat here. Playing pretty good so far. This to make it a 3-point game. Kick is away. It is good. So the 11-play, 78-yard drive ends in a touchdown. I believe Troy Dye will come in for the injured Ivan Pace. There is a run. Trenton Simpson. The team traded for this man from the Ravens 3 or 4 weeks ago, and he is paying dividends. They doubled down on a rookie, and it's 3rd and 13. Oh my heavens, Trenton Simpson. So here we go. Big 3rd down again. Minnesota looking to get a stop here. Brock Purdy to throw. Kyrus Tonga brings him down. A sack by Tonga. And it's 4th and 24. The Niners, pending any weirdness, will punt. Bruised shoulder for Ivan Pace. He will be returning on the next defensive drive. So the punt is watched. It is a real punt. We've had some fakes called on us this season. Kalen Barnes, great speed. He'll return it near the 40-yard line, and Minnesota will get good field position after Kirk Cousins putting together an extended drive. Greg Joseph, 53-yarder left hash to tie the game up. 2:13 and counting. Greg Joseph, left hash. Kick is away. It's good. Minnesota ties it up. 10-all here in the first quarter. Defense giving them the ball back. Kyrus Tonga. And they get 3 on the next drive. Quarter ends. And so a couple big 3rd down conversions for the Niners. 10-all. Niners near the red zone. My heavens. Brock Purdy, a shotgun formation, looking to run it, and Josh Metellus will blow up Elijah Mitchell in the backfield. Loss of a couple. Josh Metellus making his presence felt here. And Brock Purdy looking to throw again. It's a quick throw, wide open. Brandon Ayuk catches it and drops the mic. And Ayuk is on fire. His second big catch of the game. This one goes for 6. Wide open, middle of the field. Oh boy. So the Niners will grab a 7-point lead pending the kick. Just to make it 17-0. Kick is away. It's good. So coming up at the half, Minnesota will get the ball back. Other side, we'll take a look at all the action this week. Cousins looking to throw. A tight end screen to Hawkinson, who will turn nothing into something and get the first down. So TJ Hawkinson had to bounce inside of KJ Osborne, I do believe. And Nick Bosa was right there. But it is a first down. Oh boy, Cousins from the gun. It's a give. Madison. And Cousins is saying, if you're going to blitz us, we're just going to run it on these outside of the tackle routes. And it's been working here in the second quarter. Another big run for Madisanya. And here we go. Cousins from the gun. Looking. And Cousins going to run it. Oh my God, he gets kneed in the face. He gets the first down, but he's going to slide. And Fred Warner. We're going to go back to the Randy Replays Replay Drone, brought to you by Connecticut Water Systems. And my heavens, Cousins, nowhere to go, doubled up. He had a running lane right here. Okay, that is Brown. He's going to slide, and he gets kneed. Okay, not in the face, but there was contact. There's no flag. Just a kick to the gut. And Cousins just bounces up, and he's like, I'm better than you. And you know it. So the clock will not stop. 10:28 and counting. Kirk Cousins getting the first down with his legs. Here on first down, it's another give Madison. Tough running for him when running in between the tackles, or the guards rather. And Evans just 2 yards on the pickup. So this will bring up 2nd and 8. Cousins in the I formation. Talking to the offensive line. He'll send CJ Ham out left, making it the near formation. And they will not set the edge. It's Fred Warner coming up, making the tackle. 3rd and 7 now. Minnesota, it is possible to get a first down and get it near the goal line. And this will be 3rd and 7. So 3rd and or 7. Cousins, gun. Snap corral. Looking, end zone, caught, JJ. Now, there will be a review for now. It's a gritty against these Niners from the Bay City. Did he complete the catch? The ball came out as he hit the ground. It will be reviewed as all scoring plays are, but for now it's Cousins' 2nd touchdown, JJ's 2nd as well. Oh my heavens, I don't think he got it. Oh my heavens. It has been reviewed and Minnesota gets away with one here. A touchdown on the field, this to tie it up, 17 all. 9:28 left to go in the first half. Purdy will remain in the shotgun, getting the snap. Looking, throwing, end zone caught. Deebo Samuel on Andrew Booth Jr. So Deebo Samuel will score for San Francisco. This will put him up 24-17 pending the kick. Oh boy. And the aforementioned extra point is good, and it's 24-17. So Minnesota's got some work to do. Big 3rd and 12 here for Minnesota. Cousins, shotgun, snap corral. Looking, throwing, incomplete. He had a wide open Jordan Addison, but there was pressure. And oh my heavens, he was wide open across the middle. And Cousins standing in a loose huddle out there. And they're going to go for it. 4th and 12. Minnesota is going to go for it. Cousins from the gun. The clock is stopped, mind you. Tries to get him to jump twice. Minnesota will just take a timeout. It appears they're just trying to draw him off sides. It wouldn't have made a difference. Still would have been 4th down. But I think they were trying to get some extra yards for Greg Joseph, who has been nothing but shaky here in the beginning of the season. So Greg Joseph, a 46-yard field goal left hash, is to make it a 4-point game. Kick is away. It's good. So Greg Joseph, 24-20 now. Minnesota Vikings will get the ball back in about 2.5 minutes. An incomplete ball. Bringing up a big 2nd and goal. They're going to send McCaffrey out wide right. Asamo a little confused by the motion. And it is a catch and a big touchdown for the Niners. Now, McCaffrey dropped the ball much like JJ did. But they will count it. Has been reviewed. This to make it 31-20. With 40 seconds left in the first half. Kick is away. It's good. Cousins changing the play. Lino scrim. 2 timeouts, 37 seconds. Gets the snap, does Cousins. And he fumbles the football. Will be picked up by the Niners. And it will be a touchdown. So Kyler Fackrell will score. Cousins. Oof. Right before the half. 37-20. First turnover of the game for the Vikings. Kick is away. It's good. 38-20 now. 18-point lead for the Niners. And Cousins just took a shot. And that will be 37-20. The 38-20 rather at the break. Minnesota gets the ball when we come back. But first we'll take a look at some of the action around the NFL. You can see the Bears losing today, 23-17 against the Raiders. You got Buffalo beating New England 24-14. You got the Detroit Lions losing big. And you got the Kansas City Chiefs taking care of the Bolts. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers beating the Rams. Then a couple games in the doubleheader. Later on, Seahawks, big win over the Cardinals, 31-14. My heavens. And Green Bay remains undefeated, beating Denver, 30-24. Must be nice. Since now from the gun. Corrals the snap. Quick throw. And it's intercepted. Oh boy. And Javon Greenlaw will bring it back for 6. So the last 2 touchdowns scored by the Niners have been turnovers by Kirk Cousins, the fumble, and now the interception. Cousins going for Madison, just let him a little bit too much. And Javon Greenlaw will pick it off. Bring it back to the house. 44-20. Just to make it 45-20. Jake Moody. The snap spot kick. It's good. Just to make it 48-20. We've seen stranger things in the NFL, not just the TV show. There's the kick. It's good. Monday Night Football going by way of the Niners here. Moody will kick him to a big lead. Oh boy. Byron Murphy looking like I came over here for this. Trey Lance from the gun. Snap corral. As a man deep, it's JJ toe tapper left side. Big play, 41 yards. Justin Jefferson, Trey Lance. So Lance has him no huddle. Trey Lance looking. Intercepted. Trying to get somebody open down the field, and it is a pick 6 for Trey Lance now, pending any weirdness. Ufanga will score. Oh boy. So now we've seen pick 6s by both quarterbacks. Trey Lance trying to get somebody open down the field. It went for Addison, who had the underneath route there. You just got to stick with it. This to make it 55-20. Kick is away. It's good. We still have a whole nother quarter and a half to play here, and he's not looking good. From the gun gets the snap. Quick throw. Hit Jordan Addison, 4th down conversion. He's uprooted and he's down. Jordan Addison is down on the field. He got Niners stepping over his body, and Jordan Addison will leave the field to play the rookie holding his stomach. Oh my heavens, I hope he's okay. And another injury in this very, very peculiar season for the Vikings. My heavens. 8:05 left to go here in the third. We got I formation. Looks like a play action for Trey Lance. He's just going to toss it up for JJ, who comes back for the ball catch. 1st down, Minnesota. And Jefferson, bruised ribs, will return soon, so his day will be done. And for now, it's Naylor, but Tristan Jackson will take over for the injured Addison. Oh boy, little miscommunication, but it turned out to be okay, as Madison will turn something happened there into a positive of 9 yards. Minnesota will elect to kick a field goal. 37-yarder right hash. Greg Joseph's kick is good. 23 now. Chip, chop, chipping away at the lead. A lot of time wasted just for 3 points. Problem is, we got a whole nother quarter of football. Moody. 37-yarder, right hash. Kick is away. It's good. You got bad water? Whether in your house or your vacation spot, call Connecticut. Get that water taken care of. Randy uses it in both his cabin and his home here in the Midwestern states, where the water can be sometimes dodgy, as it's said across the pond. Madison up the middle. Madison gets loose, interrupting the Connecticut water systems plug-in. Alexander Madison with a touchdown, Minnesota. Oh, Nelly. All I got to do is talk about one of the sponsors, and Alexander Madison breaks one off for 73 yards, I do believe. Alexander Madison, longest run of any Minnesota Viking this season on the field. That's not a kick return. And Trey Lance just says, I don't know what's going on here. Just to make it interesting on the scoreboard. Just to make it 58-30. Kick by Joseph. Sneaks in left side, but it is good. One play, 75-yard drive. And a touchdown for the Vikings. Yeah, boy. Brock Purdy in the I formation. Getting the snap. Assad Momo with another sack. And all of a sudden, the Vikings defense wants to wake up. The third sack of the game for the Vikings, second for Asamoah. It said he was assisted. I don't believe that is the case. Unless they're calling George Kittle the assist there. I mean, we'll take that. Any bad play by George Kittle you can force is a good play in Randy's book. Brock Purdy from the gun gets the snap, looking to throw again. He will throw it. Ayuk is on fire for the touchdown. I wonder what the disconnect is from playbook to play on the field, but there seems to be one here. Kick is away. It is good. From the shotgun. Randy Replay would like to take the... Okay, not going to happen again. Trey Lance to throw. Jordan... No, Tristan Jackson. We forgot that Jordan Addison is not in the lineup now. Tristan Jackson is, though, and he will get his first catch of regular season play. He had an amazing preseason, the most productive wide receiver of the Vikings that played. Nick Bosa rather, coming on the hit, and Trey Lance stands in the pocket and delivers a strike to the aforementioned Tristan Jackson. So, my goodness, Trey Lance in the empty set. Obviously not going to run it here. It will be a tight end screen to TJ Hawkinson right side. He will get out of bounds near the 10-yard line. So back-to-back good plays here by Minnesota. You got to believe it's Trey Lance time here in the Twin Cities. Trey Lance from the gun, not going to be a throwing play. But he'll take a shot. Nick Bosa back there again, and he's so disruptive. He's kind of actually a bully out there on the field. Rightfully so. He's one of the best in the NFL. You can't fault him for that. The fault in our stars is Nick Bosa. Madison will be moved out. Wide receiver. The slot left. Lance thinks he's got a guy. He does. Justin Jefferson. Another gritty against the Niners from the San Francisco City. And Trey Lance will throw his second touchdown today. Has a pick. This one will go to Jefferson. I do believe his third of the game. And Monday Night Football's getting a little bit more interesting if you can make this kick. 65-37. The kick is good. Big play. And it's Josh Metellus with an interception. We'll take that moral victory. Josh Metellus getting a pick. He's been inserted here tonight in the linebacking core. Corral yourself. Get ready for the Packers undefeated next week. Trenton Simpson will give up the catch to Warner and trot into the end zone for the touchdown. Actually, George Kittle. Sorry. George Kittle on the catch. Simpson won't be able to bring him down despite being all over defenders or catchers of the ball. And this will be a extra point to make it 72-37. Kick is away. It's good. Bring in Greg Joseph. Make it a 40-point game. Kick is away. 40 points scored by Minnesota, rather. Kick is away. It's good. Oh, boy. So Greg Joseph getting some work. He missed a couple field goals last week. Couple extra points, and Minnesota makes it a little bit more interesting. 72-40. 32 points down with under 5 minutes left to go here. It should be another touchback, and it indeed is. And this should be the final play. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, L. And we welcome you back into the booth. A stunned U.S. Bank Stadium. A mundane sidelines. And a disappointed Kevin O'Connell. You know, boy. Maybe even a little frustrated Kevin O'Connell. We'll get you into these player stats. Get you back to the main screen. And, oh boy, something is a brewing here in the winds in Minneapolis. Kirk Cousins, 90.5 QB rating. He was 17 of 29. It is 58% completion percentage for those of you that did not know how to do math or simply didn't look over here. 216 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the 1 interception. Came out of the game here in the third quarter after throwing that pick. Also had a fumble. This was a pick 6. Is now 30th of the season. And then he had a fumble. Return for a touchdown. I do believe his 4th of the year. Trey Lance, 21 of 46. 266, 1 touchdown. 1 pick. Alexander Madison, 20 carries, 142 and a touchdown, 4 broken tackles in this one. Had the longest run of scrimmage this season. 75 yards to the house. Kirk Cousins, 1 run, 7 yards, but he lost it. Had a fumble. Yeah, boy. Trey Lance, 1 for -1. Didn't do much. JJ, 16 catches, 237, 3 gritties against these Niners from the San Francisco City. Also had 4 drops. I mean, you just can't do that. TJ Hawkinson, 7 for 95. Also had a drop. Jordan Addison left the game with an injury. We'll get his status here. 6 for 69. KJ Osborne, 4 for 35. Alexander Madison, 3 for 19. Tristan Jackson, 1 for 23. CJ Ham, 1 for 4. Nobody cares about blocking, but we will say Brian O'Neill, 3 sacks allowed against Nick Bosa. Yeah, boy. Brian Asamoah leads the team in total tackles with 23. 14 assists, 9 solo. He was all over the football in this one. Harrison Smith with 15, Lewisine with 11, and rookie Trenton Simpson with 10. Mekhi Blackman with 7, Byron Murphy also with 7, Wanham with 5, Booth Tonga with 4, Davenport, Metellus, Ivan Pace, Daniil Hunter, who was just absent today, going up against one of the better offensive linemen on this team. Just 2 assists. No tackles of his own. Oh boy. Tackles for loss, we had a bunch. Kairos Tonga, Asamoah with 4, Simpson, Blackman with 2, Wanham, Metellus, Pace, and Davenport with 1. 3 sacks in today's game, sorry. Kairos Tonga, Brian Asamoah will split 1.5 each. 1 pick by Josh Metellus. 1 pass deflection, Harrison Smith. No forced fumbles. No fumble recoveries. No block kicks, no safeties, no defensive touchdowns for your Minnesota Vikings in this one. Greg Joseph, back to perfect. 4 for 4 and the 4 for 4. One of the best deals in all of fast food here. Longest of 56. Also, we will add that Ryan Wright, as we get you back, we'll do the punting. We forgot. Ryan Wright, 4 punts, 177, netting 140. No touchbacks, none of them inside the 20. Well, we've come to the day of reckoning. The preceding presentation was a presentation of the NFL on the SSN. Any rebroadcast, redistribution, or reusage of said broadcast is strictly prohibited without the express written consent of the NFL, the SSN, or any of its subsidiaries. We will get you back to the main screen. We'll talk about what I mean by day o' reckoning and preview the undefeated Packers next week. Oh boy. And hello and welcome back to the main screen. Well, the day of reckoning is here. Trade deadline looms after this week. Do you make trades before the Green Bay game or after? You got to believe this is Kirk Cousins' final opportunity to lead a game in the position where we can win. Trey Lance has already done it, but he failed against the Bears, giving them their 2nd win of the season. But if Kirk Cousins is your quarterback next week, how much do you give him? How lenient can you be with this spiraling downwards quarterback play? As we said in the podcast in the pregame, there was an inkling of something massive coming down the stretch in terms of looking at positions and determining who's going to be the best fit on this team going forward. And looking at the best you can do now if you lose next week is 9-8. So not really going to make the playoffs anyway. I mean, you got looking ahead for the draft. I mean, you do have this Nebraska quarterback, Joe Ward. You got Jaron Sheed. I mean, we're looking at top 5 picks here. 7-8 weeks into the season. I mean, this is not what we should be doing after the season we had last season. Of course, going 13-4. Now, I get some people have left, and this team is throttled by injuries, but you got to have that next man up mentality, and Brian Asamoah, with the departure of Jordan Hicks, has definitely had that mentality. Now, I do believe leading the team in tackles. It doesn't get any easier. You get the undefeated Packers 6-0 next week. We are at the basement, the bottom of the division. And then you go to Atlanta the week after, and oh boy, they're putting together quite the year, turning their season around. And who will be the quarterback next week? Well, yeah, that answer hopefully will come on the the podcast with Kevin O'Connell. Of course, we record that Friday and get you ready for Sunday's game. This has been Randy Replay. Once again, your Minnesota Vikings fall to 0-7 on the season, losing to the Niners 72-40. This team might look different as the trade deadline looms after the next game against the Packers. I will see you in the next one.